Right, YouTube. So initially this vlog was going to be me doing reviews of upcoming trailers for upcoming movies. That's a very repetitive statement I just made. Pretty much upcoming movie trailers would have described it a lot better, but unfortunately the trailer release thing doesn't drop until tomorrow. So instead I'll be talking about upcoming movies and my speculation and opinion on it. I can imagine you guys have probably definitely know that I've heard of the Spaceballs 2 sequel, which I actually, believe it or not, despite being a massive Star Wars fan, have not watched Spaceballs, but I do get the gist of it being like a Star Wars mockery parody, which it does seem very funny. I have seen bits and pieces of it on the internet, but we didn't expect a sequel, and here we are, so fingers crossed that it's good. Although if it's not good, I'm sure it'll be good, honestly, because I'm hearing good things and everyone's raving about it, and although that doesn't guarantee the movie's quality, I have heard that a lot of the cast is coming back, so I think this will be one of the sequels done right, similar to Top Gun and Top Gun 2. But unless it's not good, oh well. But I am excited for it because I think it'll make me want to watch Spaceballs 1. But honestly, I'll watch Spaceballs 1 before it because I'm that big a Star Wars fan. Next up, we have a Star Wars movie, The New Jedi Order. I think this movie could either be really good or a really bad movie, to be honest. And it pains me to say really bad and Star Wars movies in the same sentence. But I do have a lot of fears about this movie, especially after the backlash of The Rise of Skywalker. Even though I did admittedly enjoy watching it in theaters, it was undoubtedly a very messy movie, so this could definitely go that way. But I do think with all the time that's passed and supposedly more work that's gone into it and the new sort of mini reboot, soft reboot sort of vibe that the Star Wars franchise seems to be getting with Starfighter, The Mandalorian, and Grogu, which I've heard is basically Mandalorian Season 4, but in movie format, not that I'm complaining. But overall, I think it could definitely have a great potential to be a great movie, and could maybe be one of those movies that changes people's views on the Star Wars sequel trilogy, which does get kind of a lot of unnecessary flack in my honest opinion. Not that I didn't have problems or issues with it, but I definitely did enjoy most of the movies for the most part. I think if done right and best case scenario, this could be like the Clone Wars of the Star Wars sequel, so fingers crossed for that. And I do like Rey's character, and I have seen cool artwork and fan art of it, so it definitely gets the thumbs up from Jones Beach. But that's enough about Star Wars. We'll be talking about another sci-fi series, sort of sci-fi, Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I absolutely love Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I still have yet to watch the first two, but the third one is just undoubtedly, in my opinion, the best video game movie I've ever seen, even more than Detective Pikachu. Although not many video game movies have been known to be good, I think Sonic 3 and Detective Pikachu were both great, and I have heard no news about a Detective Pikachu 2 or a sequel to a Pokemon movie, but it's a vlog for another day, so I am really excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I think Sonic the Hedgehog can just be like, the next big character on the big screen, and I think Sonic 4 will show. Super excited to see Metal Sonic in live action-ish animated on the big screen as well. I failed to mention at the start of the vlog that a lot of the ideas of these movies I came from a brief Google search, which Google's recommended upcoming movies for me changes all the time, so I took a screenshot so I would remember. And one of these movies is a Bambi movie, which in my opinion looks like absolute dog shit because I'm not really a fan. Although I haven't seen them, I've heard nothing but awful things about these horror live action Disney character movies, whether it's Winnie the Pooh or other characters that I'm blanking on at the moment. But point is, turning childhood characters into terrifying villains is just interesting idea, I guess, but the execution always seems to be terrible. So I'm sure Bambi 2 will be, or Bambi live action will be, a big thumbs down for me. And I want to say this because I don't want to be, acting like every upcoming movie is sunshine and rainbows. I want to give a fair view. Now, Dune Messiah, on the other hand, is a whole other story. I am pumped for this movie. I love the first two Dune movies, and Dune 2 was the first movie review I've done for this channel, and ever since then I've done so many movie reviews since. And yes, I did see the first Dune in theaters, and I loved it, and I kind of blank on memories because I only saw it once, whereas Dune 2 I saw 4 times. Mind you, I wasn't as much of a movie buff in 2021 as I was in 2024 and today, so if Dune 1 came out today or gets a re-release to the theaters, you'll bet your ass I'm watching it, and I'll definitely be seeing Dune Messiah many times in the theaters, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I haven't forgotten about my Dune Prophecy series, but I will say something I did notice on the series is that the characters are kind of unrootable, not necessarily unlikable, but there's not really a hero in the series, where they're sort of just all villains eating each other, metaphorically speaking, of course. But I think maybe on that note, I do want to mention that because if they do make more Dune spin-offs or Dune side movies to kind of give us a rootable protagonist, which the mainstream Dune movies are certainly doing, I really love Paul. So I think this next movie is sort of just a movie that exists in a vacuum, doesn't really exist as a franchise. It's called weapons, and I saw it recommended for me when I took the screenshot of upcoming movies. And after doing a little brief mini Google search, I saw that it's basically a horror mystery about a child that goes missing. And I do love horror mystery genres, and I don't know, it doesn't look terrible, but it could be bad. I don't really know what my opinion on this movie is, because I do like that I think it's an original, completely original movie, which is definitely cool, but not super excited, but probably end up seeing it solely because it was recommended to me by Google and I filmed this video talking about it. Of course, if it's a great movie and it's all the rave, although I do like to see movies on my own and form my own opinions, I'll definitely be more incentivized to see it if the rave is big enough. To be honest with you, this next movie I'm not surprised is coming out, but I honestly didn't even know it was coming out. It's Super Mario Bros. 2. I know Mr. Aiden said he thought Mario Bros. Was mid, but personally I really liked it. I saw it with a good friend in theaters. It was a fun time, funny movie. I really like all the voice acting, whether it's Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, and I'm blanking on who was the other characters, but point is it was a really funny movie, and I do think if the movie has a little more heart and even more action in the sequel, it could be really good. But I do hope we hear a little bit more about this movie, because admittedly after I was redditing and googling it, I found out there was no marketing, nothing for this movie that's apparently coming out next year. And Mario is like a super well-known character, so I think they should get on releasing a trailer or announce it delayed or just something. Last but not least, I'll include a movie of this year 2025 that doesn't have a trailer yet, so it can fit like a glove in this vlog. I've talked about it in another 2025 movie reviews, upcoming movies. I'm going in circles now, but point is that vlog was talking about upcoming movies for this year, and a lot of them either haven't come out or didn't make this list, but one of them is Avatar 3, which I'm really excited for. I'm honestly glad we haven't seen too much, because I hope they do release something, which I'm sure they will, because Avatar 2009 was revolutionary, and the sequel was super big as well, so I'm sure we'll get plenty, but I'm gonna avoid it, to be honest, like I did with Dune 2, because I want to sort of not explore too much but rather experience it in the theaters. I'm not terribly worried about spoilers, but I'm a little worried about spoilers, so I'll be avoiding that world on the internet for now, at least when Avatar gets more released images and marketing. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been some upcoming movies that I am either excited for, don't care about, hate, or just have very little opinion but I'm a little interested in. So what do you guys think? Was this a cool vlog or was it dog shit? I don't know, but stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.